Coming up on UT10 News, Toledoans marched for science.
And graduation is less than 2 weeks away.
And Courtney Steck was on the ice and at the courts this weekend. Your news in 10 minutes starts now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexis Wheatley.
And I'm Ian Davis. With budget cuts looming, the university and the administration is making a push for faculty and staff to retire early.
Close to 500 employees are eligible for voluntary separation. Jacob McAfee joins us here at the news desk to talk more about the upcoming budget cuts.
That's right, Alexis. This is not just a budget cut for the university, it's a statewide budget cut.
Well, it is a very difficult time for higher education in Ohio, with state funding not being as strong as it has been in the past and freezing tuition and fees. These are the key sources that help us operate the universities.
To help with budget cuts, the university has come up with a plan to cut spending. They will be offering a voluntary separation program for faculty and staff who meet criteria. The incentive is the equivalent to a year and a half of their salary. Approximately 230 faculty and 250 staff meet these requirements. The program will help provide the university with flexibility for the budget during this difficult time. If individuals choose the separation, it will become effective June 30th, 2017. Employees have until May 30th to make their decision. This program is completely voluntary. Job status will not be affected if the offer is declined.
I would like to add at this time the university has no plans for any layoffs. The university is hoping that state funding will stabilize or improve to ensure that this won't happen.
There's a new rule change for the organizations at the University of Toledo. According to the Office of Student Involvement, all organizations must have at least 7 active members, or they will be considered inactive. The rule applies to all student organizations. Senior student and National Panhellenic Council member Adeline Johnson-Garrity believes that the rule specifically targets her council.
Forcing organizations that have been around for hundreds of years to bring some people that we don't necessarily want to at the time or that may not be qualified is honestly ridiculous.
Organizations have until the end of the fall semester to meet all of the requirements. Last month, President Trump signed an executive order to cut President Obama's climate change initiatives. This has scientists across the nation concerned for the future of our environment. That's why the Toledo has held its first annual March for Science at International Park last Saturday. The event rallied hundreds of people to support funding for scientific research and encourage politicians to produce more evidence-based policies.
The integrity and validity of science and scientific data is being questioned. So we're here to sort of vouch for the validity of science.
Donations from the event will be used to fund future marches and scientific research. The semester here at UT is finally winding down.
That's right, Ian. Thousands of students will graduate next week, and reporter Andrew Kirsten tells us more about the big day.
The much anticipated moment has arrived for UT seniors. On May 7th, thousands of Rockets will walk across the stage to graduate college.
Brian Fillion.
They will come together to end one journey and to begin another. Historically, commencement was held inside the Glass Bowl, a tradition that stopped in 1998, and since then, the ceremony has been there just once. Nonetheless, the students are excited.
I think that's perfect. I play football, so that's even better.
According to the college provost, Andrew Shue, the move is to bring together all of the students into one venue, and this is the chance for students to look back at their 4 years here and know that all of it was for this one moment.
Let's go change the world. Let's go out there and make the world a better place.
The ceremony will begin at 10 a.m. bright and early on Sunday morning, and seating will be on a first-come, first-served basis. From the Glass Bowl, I'm Andrew Kirsten for UT10 News.
30% of college students report that stress had negatively affected their academic performance. With exams right around the corner, stress will be lurking right behind. This past Friday, Chi Sigma Iota hosted the first wellness fair. The event took place in Health and Human Services and offered learning opportunities for everyone.
Stress the fact that we have to take care of ourselves. In order for us to perform well on our exams, we have to be healthy, so just take care of yourself.
Massage therapists, juicing gurus, and multiple campus organizations were there to help spread the word about wellness. This year's Greek Week shed light on UT history and social issues, including sexual assault awareness. Greek Week consists of philanthropy events to raise money for a chosen cause. When chapters participate in these daily events, they earn spirit points. Whoever has the most spirit points at the end of the week wins. With events like Walk a Mile, Greek Goddess, and the Lip Sync Battle, participating for points means participating for fun. Greek Week raised $1,300 and over 300 cans for the Panhellenic Food Drive. According to the FBI, an average of 45 sex trafficking victims come from Ohio every year, and 15 of those victims are from Lucas County.
On Friday, the International Justice Mission Student Organization held their first ever Traffic Jam UT to help fight these numbers. The concert series was a day dedicated to raise awareness for Toledo anti-human trafficking efforts. The event featured 4 local bands, including Little Pink, Ice Cream Militia, Cryface, and Shell. The event took place at Carter Field and ran from 3 to 8 in the evening.
Just remember, as you listen to this beautiful music speaking to your soul, we want you to also be thinking about the humanity and about human trafficking victims and what you could do.
40% of the ticket proceeds are being donated to the Lucas County Human Trafficking Coalition.
I'm Courtney Steck, and this is your UT10 Sports Report. The women's tennis faced a tough match against Buffalo, and I'll also take you to Tony Pacos, where a UT coach was given a special honor. But first, this past Saturday, the Walleye took to the ice to sauce the Wings. Kalamazoo got on the board first as Cameron Darcy puts one past Toledo's Jake Patterson. In the second period, the Fish would pull even as Zach Nastasiak scores with an acrobatic finish. The Wings would retake the lead later in the period, but a falling Tyson Spink would knot the game up at 2. With time winding down in the third period, the crowd goes wild as AJ Jenks would put in the game-winning goal for Toledo. The Walleye would drop Game 6 on Sunday and will play the deciding Game 7 tonight. Puck drop at 7:35. The women's tennis team hosted the Buffalo Bulls in their season finale. UT got off to a quick start by winning the doubles point. Freshman DD Lena Bunchung would take care of business in fourth singles, winning in straight sets. Fellow freshman Mimi Kendall Woosley would not have it so easy, but would pull out a victory in 3 sets. UT sophomore Claire Alec played a close match in 6 singles, but would fall short. Despite the strong play from the first-year Rockets, the Bulls would charge on, winning the match. Afterwards, UT head coach Tracy Mottler talked about her hopes for the future.
You know, there'll be a bad taste in our mouth for those 4 threes, and that will, I hope, fuel the fire for the motivation for these girls to work this summer and come back a little bit more mature, I would say.
The Rockets finished 9-12 on the season and did not qualify for the MAC tournament. They will return all 8 players next year. Tony Pacos' tradition of hot dog bun signing added a new signature to its collection. UT's football coach Jason Candle had the honor of continuing this. Hot dog buns have been signed by presidents, actors, musicians, and more. After signing, Candle expressed how appreciative he was.
It's been a great honor for me, and certainly to have our team mentioned down here in downtown and with such a historic place, very, very humbling and very honored.
You can check out his signed bun along with many others at the original Tony Pacos on Front Street.
So Courtney, I heard you had your first experience with Pacos hot dogs this weekend. How was that?
I did. It was delicious, and the tradition is just great.
That's it for UT10 News. This is our final newscast for the semester. Before we leave, we would like to recognize our graduating seniors.
A special thank you for all your hard work goes out to reporters Sydney Edwards, Ryan Kiesecker, Andrew Kirsten, and Jacob McAfee. And a really special congratulations to our director and sports producer, Cody Smith, who has been with us for the last 2 years. For the latest breaking news from campus and bios from all UT10 reporters, go to our website, ut10news.com.
And remember, you can watch the live stream of our newscast production every Tuesday morning on our YouTube channel in the fall. For Alexis Wheatley, Courtney Steck, and all of our crew, I'm Ian Davis. Have a great summer and stay tuned for more news from UT campus in the fall semester.